You know, for Black History Month, I was gonna talk about history, but I'm gonna talk about the future instead. It's not news that unarmed blacks are being killed by police officers. It's not news that blacks are killing other blacks at a higher rate than any other race in the US. My question is why? And how do we fix it? See, there's a lot of history and layers to these issues, and believe it or not, there's only really just one or two solutions, and marching and protesting isn't one of them. That was the right medicine for the issues that we had years ago, but not now. Okay, just give me a minute and I explain. This is going to be a two-part video, or three, because of the complexity of the subject. Before I get started, let me say this. Yes, racism still exists, and it is a problem, but it's not even in my top 3 issues that hinders the black community. Like, I got a lot of ground to cover, so let's move. First, I'm gonna talk about black on black crime. America has systematically changed the perception of a race of people. African Americans was raised in violence, forced separation, viewed as negative, dangerous, stupid, ugly, less than. Now, most of these issues stem from the residue of slavery. The transition of the African American from slaves to equal is an ongoing process. That's why you see more black CEOs, more black managers, black doctors, black successful business owners every day. We are living in the age I call the transition. African Americans were slaved and oppressed for about 400 years. You cannot change a 400-year marinated generational perception in just a few years, even though on paper we're equal. In the eyes of others, we are not. That's including our own. Because in some cases, we view ourselves in the same negative manner. That's why we lack the respect in some situations. Crabs in the bucket, you know about it. Perception and respect. Now, only 2 things can change someone's perception of you: experience and time. Through different interactions and situations, they'll be mentally persuaded, and their perception of you will slowly shift. And if it's not for them, it's for the upcoming generation that they have an influence on. There was a study about identical black and white dolls.
Tell me the doll that you like best, or that you'd like to play with?
I like them.
Show me.
I'm killing.
Play with this.
Can you show me the doll that is the nice doll? Can you show me the doll that looks bad? Okay. And why does that look bad?
Because it's black.
And why do you think that's a nice doll?
Because she's white. He's white.
And can you give me the doll that looks like you? "15 out of the 21 children preferred the white doll."
There's countless studies like this. The mental programming that our skin tone translates into something negative, into something dangerous, is crazy. And it was our young black children that said these things, y'all. Because we have been affected by the same generational perception that was projected on us for the last 400 years. The position that we are in, financially, mentally, is not our fault, to a point. Because as time progressed, the responsibility slowly transitions from our past to our own. African Americans will eventually have to absorb responsibility for their own actions. Slavery happened. It's a part of black history. People need to know the truth. They just need to rewrite most of the history books, because most of it ain't true anyway. Oh, my bad. Too much too soon. African Americans are behind because of slavery. We could blame the 40 acres and the mule that we never got. But in most cases today, that's not what's stopping you. You are. I think it's unhealthy, constantly using slavery as a crutch. You're handicapped. You're gonna get used to parking in the handicapped spot. You're afraid of parking in the back and working your way up to the front, not knowing you will build necessary muscles through the process to help grow you and the following generations. Trust the process. It is our responsibility to do what we have to do for upcoming generations, to change the way that people perceive us, set expectations on respect. You better put some respect on your name. That's the key. Perception and respect. A Tuskegee Institute study shows black on black murders outnumber all recorded African Americans lynched from 1882 to 1968. Every 6 months. That's over 80 years. We kill each other more than the man did back in the day. Now, who exactly is the enemy? In 2014, over 6,000 blacks was murdered, and that's more than all white and Hispanic people combined.
Yeah, you guessed it.
By the blacks. Black on black crime happens more in urban areas, the hood. Crazy thing is, criminals are stealing from their own neighbors. Typically, people live in these places because they are in the same situation as you are. The only difference is they're parking in the back of the parking lot, working hard, working forward for what they need. You want to just blame the system and take from them, from somebody that needs it just as much as you do. You stealing from somebody's grandma, somebody's mama, man. Gang members are killing each other over territory, land that they don't even own in some cases. And I know it's ultimately over disrespect, drugs, money, things that isn't loyal to you or me. I'm talking about two people that never met, killing each other because of history from a person that probably wouldn't die for them. Animosity towards a person that they have never met. They lack respect for one another, and they perceive each other as a threat. Crazy thing is they both have families and their own children in some cases. Is seeing your children grow up not important? You don't care about the danger you put them in? Because in that world, people kill entire families from something a single individual has done, and you don't care. We can't claim drugs being pushed in the communities because we're the ones pushing the drugs now. There's always choice. A grown man can't be forced to do nothing. The influence that gangs have on the youth is insane. Imagine if they called a truce. Like really, called a truce. Because honestly, ask yourself, man, what's worth going to jail for? Freezing your life, because your life freezes in jail. Oh, it's a badge of honor. Don't let these folks lie to you. Jail is slavery. Oh, you got friends in there. Y'all gonna run the yard. Run what? You don't even run the little box that you sleeping in. You're property of the government. They own you and your time. Don't get it twisted. You only do what they allow you to do. This includes kill each other. Don't be a pawn in this game of chess.
Don't lose your head, use your head, man.
Ask yourself, what is your life worth? Why not use that influence to push us forward? Giving the youth something real, something that will last, something that won't kill them. Change what the news is talking about. Help change our narrative. We have enough things fighting against our progression. We are brothers and sisters. We know that there are many things wrong in the white world. There are many things wrong in the black world too. We can't keep blaming the white man. There are things we must do for ourselves. Dr. Martin Luther King said that. Black on black crime occurs because of lack of respect and the perception of our own kind. But what do this have to do with police killing unarmed black people? That I'll cover in part 2. If you agree with me, share this video. If you don't, share this video. Let's start a conversation, because I think change starts right here. Growing up in the hood myself, I know change starts here. There's nobody in my way but me. Hey, look, I'm gonna go get some water because I'm about to start a fire with this next one. The medicine. Yeah, pray for me.